Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Weekend Roundup. Today, we're going to take a look at all the mods released in the Giants Mod Hub for the week of May 20 to May 24th, 2019. This was a little bit of a break this week. We had a little lower number of mods, new mods released this week, I should say. There were a fair number of updated mods also released this week. So, as we do with most recent weekend roundups, let's go ahead and take a look at the Giants Mod Hub and just kind of do a quick summary of all the things released and updated this week. Here we can see we had basically we are on page 2, and we had 3 mods basically fall off into page 2 that got released early this week. We had a bucket. We had the contractor mod. This is quite an interesting mod. I never fell in favor with it, but I do know some folks that have used it a lot in 17 and were really glad to hear that it came out in 19. Got a small subsoiler here. Let's go ahead and scroll down here to front page. Go ahead and scroll to the bottom. Then we had 3 updates. We had the plow get updated, tip side HUD got updated. This just got released last week. Then the Limpkin Zircon 10300 also got updated. We had the machine haul get released this weekend. This is quite a nice placeable. Had the Homer HR6 header. Just last week we had the HR9 header get released, and now we have the 6. Got another bale fork. The garage with workshop trigger got updated. Fint favorite 500 pack got updated. The Hagenstad map and the Old Farm Countryside map both had updates this week. We had a wheel loader to trailer adapter. This could be quite handy in just maneuvering around trailers around the farmyard or the BGA or any other industrial area. We had a agricultural convoy sign get released, a manure fork, a silage compaction roller, a double axle dolly, a pair of Bergman trailers got released, a low loader specifically designed for forestry was released. We had another forestry low loader released, I believe, last week or the week prior. Metaltech DBL trailer pack, new map, the Orpin Rugen map. Autodrive got updated this week. And then we had a new sheep placeable in Farm Sim 09 style. I believe this is the same mod author that did Giants Island 09 map. Then we had the Metaltech DB pack, DB trailer pack by a different mod author set. Interesting that we had 2 Metaltech trailers get released this week. Then we had the Flegel DPW 210 bale trailer in an autoload variety. So this is the in-game bale trailer. It has the sides, but now it comes out in an autoload variety. And then we had another forestry forwarder get released, the Fontaine F20D. And that is basically the mods released or updated this week. Far cry from the number of mods we've seen in the last 3 weeks get updated. Kind of glad to see a little bit of a reprieve going into, for us Americans, Memorial Day weekend. So let's jump over here and just check the mods in testing thread. This was updated today, Friday, May 24th. See, we are down to just 54 mods pending testing. And then, of course, this list of mods here that are in testing. Some of these mods include the mods that were already released today, like, for example, Autodrive, DPW, trailer. Is this a different trailer? It's a 210. This is a 180, so that's a different trailer. Walker Farms map is in testing for PCs. You can see the 09 Husbandry Shed, Metaltech DB trailer pack, Rotane F20D. So you can see this list is somewhat shorter now because some of the mods that were listed here earlier today are now in the release cycle. Let's just go ahead and get going with the program. And as we do in typical weekend roundups, we're going to first start with vehicles, then we're going to move over to implements and trailers, and then finalize the video with placeables and then the one script mod, the contractor mod, at the end. So first up, we have the Rotain. I'm just going to say Rotain. You know what? F20D. Be able to find that here under forestry machines. $340,000, 280 horsepower. Let's compare that to some of the other forwarders that we've got. We've got the Buffalo, 286 horsepower, $221,000. Komatsu, 251 horsepower, $216,000. It is quite a bit more expensive, a little bit more power going on with it. See, we have a choice of Nokian tires or chains. Have chains, several different configuration options with respect to chains. Then back to the Nokian tires, which interesting, I haven't seen Nokian tires look like that before. Okay. This particular mod is available for all platforms and is by the North Modding Company. Have engine options, 280 horsepower there. Go with the optimized version, 320 horsepower. So there you go. So as base configured, as I said, $340,000, $17,340 to lease, $3,400 per day, and $7,140 per operating hour. Go ahead and get this. A little bit of a look around. Hop in it. The chrome on the exhaust stack there. It's like a fairly basic interior. I'm going to need to put on the head tracking because my head tracking has locked out mouse at this point. So hold on, guys. All right, I think we've got our head tracking figured out. So let's just go ahead and go in cab here and just take a look around. Basic cab, pedals, joysticks, and cord split out there. And it looks like board and trackpad there, and it looks like there's a display around the back there. So I'm guessing when we go to use the crane, basically rotate our view around. Check on headlights. We have first stage lights. First stage lights do anything. Second stage lights are turning on back here, crane. Third stage lights turns on all the others. But very interesting that the first stage lights don't appear to do. Turning on light here in the cab. See, we've got low lights. Then we have first stage lights. We get this blue light here in the cab. Then we get second there around the back of the crane. Third everywhere else. It's quite interesting. Have signals? Probably not, because this thing probably isn't designed to be on the road. Four-way flashers, left and right blinkers, no hazards or anything like that. Let's hit X to unfold. Just extends log rack ever so slightly. Change control group. Where do we do that at? Left control B. Change driving direction. Now we have reverse driving enabled. So that's pretty handy. We could basically come into the forest, driving quote-unquote normal, and then switch to our reverse driving direction in order to maybe pull up to the logs. And then, of course, with left mouse button, raise and lower the cranes, up and down, left mouse, left and right, rotates the main arm. Pretty logical there. Right mouse button, up and down, raises and lowers the second arm extension. And left and right extends the arm extension. Then if we double mouse button, and we go up and down, we can open and close claw. And if we left and right, we rotate them. Pretty standard controls. Going to be too confused over there. So X, up, left control B, flip our driving position around. And there we are, guys. I'm not going to go and bother with trying to connect this up to or try to pick logs up with this, because we all know, if we've watched other weekend roundup videos, that I am pretty bad with log crane. There you go. We've got the Rotine F20D by North Modding Company. Again, it is available for all platforms. Next up, we've got the Homer HR6 header. We're going to find this under Tools, and then under Beat Technology. Here we go. So the in-game HR12 header is quite big, quite difficult to drive down the road. You're pretty much going to need to get Homer header trailer, move this around, and is $104,000. HR6 is $58,000 and is quite a bit smaller, only 6 rows at a time as opposed to 12. Very easily drive this down the road, having to worry about a trailer. 0.8 meter working width, $2,958 to lease, $590 per day, and $1,218 operating hour. Get feed harvester just to look at this attached. So hold the header. Transport ability isn't too terrible bad when it's folded. See that it is basically the width of the harvester itself. Be able to transport this down the road if you're just going a short distance, not really having to worry too much about traffic. Narrow roads. This mod is available for all platforms also, and is by Chris U70. Chris U70. Next up, we've got the Farmint KR-Tech DG3. This is a subsoilers by Josh Models and is available currently for just PC players. So if you go to subsoilers, now the Farmint KR-Tech DG3, $6,600, has a working width of 2.2 meters. Let's compare that to the other subsoilers. We've got the Agrosim Combi Plow Gold, 3 meters at $7,000 for, again, 3 meter working width. Combi Gold 4 meter, $9,500. Kuhn DC 401 at 4 meters at $10,000. And then the Kurtek at 2.2 meters and $6,600. Just $400 cheaper than the 3 meter version and 0.8 meters narrower. Requires 150 horsepower. Compare that to the Combi Plow Gold, only needs 90 horsepower. So this thing is power hungry, to say the least. There are a few configuration options. We have with warning signs, without a warning sign. So basically we can add the triangle sign to it. Can't get rid of these European signs. It would be nice if we could toggle between these two. Have this sign or that sign. Is that we always are going to have this sign and toggle this sign on and off. $341 to lease with the warning sign, $67 per day, $140 per operating hour. Those, and let's get Fiat is right at 150 horsepower. Let's get the Fiat. So one thing that's nice about the subsoiler is that the subsoiler gives the plow bonus. You can't use it to create fields. So it gives you the plow bonus. It usually works a bit faster than the plow. Requires less horsepower than a plow of comparable working width, typically. But you can't use it to create fields unless you put in the script mod that is available over the mod hub. That basically allows you to create fields with a cultivator. That came out a few weeks ago by, it was Lobster put that one out. Take our slow trek in here to our poplar field, and we will subsoil some more of that into the ground. We got some particle animations going on there. It's pretty good. And given the fact that we are using a 150 horsepower tractor, this had a 150 horsepower requirement, we are going up a slight incline, and we're not seeming to have any issues whatsoever in pulling this particular implement. Pretty good deal. Let's get to the end of the row at least. Alright, that again is the Farmet Kurtek DG3 subsoiler. Let's jump back up here to the shop and see what our next mod is going to be. Next up, we have the Silo Press 33. This is a leveler. Find it here under Tools and then Levelers. $6,500 for 3.3 meter working width. Doesn't list a horsepower requirement. And we have the Sturgo 485, which is 4.8 meters at $7,500. We have the Dusseldorf MSS 3000, $2,450 at 3 meters. Basically, this is probably comparable to Dusseldorf in the fact that it's about the same working width, but is a bit more. This we can change the roller color, and we can change the frame color, should we so wish. Do that, we are up to $7,300. $372 to lease, $73 per day, and $153 per operating hour. Let's see, let's reset our fiat. Don't have any bunkers or anything to use this for. Pretty much all you do is just this up to 3-point, lower this in the bunker, and you would just basically drive over the silage. This would compact it and spread it out. Wouldn't push the mound or do anything like that. All it's going to do is compact it and spread it out. These rollers do a pretty good job in doing that because they put the weight load over a wider area than just simply using tractor tires. This mod is by Ready90 and is available for all platforms. Next up, we have the MX-BC 250H front loader bucket. This mod is by Red Black Label TWD Modding and is available for PC only. Let's go to Tools and then Front Loaders. And here we have the MX-BC 50H bucket, $1,400 to buy. Holds 1,831 liter capacity. Have a color change option. Color on this, $200 to get it repainted. $81 to lease, $16 per day, and $33 per operating hour. Let's compare this to some of the in-game buckets. Again, $1,400, 1,800 liters. Silage cutter is $1,280 at $3,900. Fork with grapple is $710. Your fork is $750. In-game universal bucket is only 940 liters and is $1,400. So this is the same price as the in-game bucket, but holds pretty much double capacity. Some front loader arms. And a tractor with front loader attachment. Take a look at how this just at least works on the loader arms. Sometimes you'll get these attachments that will have a fair bit of lag and latency, even in single player, between them and the loader arms. I don't really know what goes into causing that, but it looks like this is pretty well stuck to the loader arms. I'm not really seeing any lag. The arms to when the bucket actually moves. Good. Needs to be well balanced, not overly heavy. The act of moving the bucket around doesn't cause the tractor too much grief. Appears to be a very nice mod. I like the fact that we get more capacity out of this. Kind of always felt that the in-game bucket was maybe a little low on capacity. Then again, I don't know what the real-life capacity in liters would be for a bucket of that size. There you go, guys. We have the MX-BC 250H front loader bucket. Next up, we have yet another front loader implement. We have the Flegel Manure Fork by Gamer8250. This particular mod is available for all platforms. And once again, we're going to find it under Tools and Front Loaders. We have the Flegel Manure Fork, $700, 1,140 liter capacity. Compare that to the in-game manure fork at just 750 liter capacity, $1,000, $300 cheaper also. For this mod, we have a choice of main color, which is just the fork spikes, black or red. Black doesn't look all that black to me. It's kind of more of a grayish color. $35 to lease on this, $7 per day, and $14 per operating hour. What we're going to do is just like we checked out the bucket, We're going to check this one out with respect to lag on the loader arms and such. Looks to be pretty responsive there with respect to moving and following the bucket or the loader arms. Sorry about that. Again, this has even less capacity or less volume, mass I should say, the other bucket, so it's having no real effect on the overall balance of the tractor. So that might change when it is loaded. Probably have yourself a rear weight. You did that also. Look here, it looks like we've got some decals on the back here. Pretty high quality, high resolution decals on the back here, given the size of everything. Overall, a pretty nice looking manure fork. If you're in the market for a manure fork, this would probably be your choice over the in-game one. One, because it's cheaper, and two, does give a little greater capacity. Trick that people may not know is get yourselves a manure fork, stab and move bales around. Also, double purpose. Drop this off. And next up, I'm going to take a look at a homemade bale fork. This is also by Rick, Black Label TWD modding. It is also available for all platforms. Once again, under front loaders, we have the bale fork, $4,520. Kind of expensive bale fork. We have the choice of normal design or kind of design with some fallback, or spiked design, or spiked design with a back, or back to normal. I'm going to go with the 4 spike design with the back just to see how that handles. $5,220 in that configuration. Let's compare that to the in-game fork, which is just $600. It is quite an expensive fork indeed. Kind of wonder, does this thing have any extra features or functions to it? Once again, this stick pretty well. There might be a slight lag between when the forks move and the front loader moves. It is fairly hard to perceive. It's pretty minor. Might be exaggerated a little bit with respect to multiplayer. Stab ground bales without any hassle whatsoever. The wider forks, or with the 4 spikes, I should say. They'll seem to slide off of them fairly well. A little curious as to how many square bales we could basically haul on this without too much hassle. I'm thinking probably 2. Yep, 2 back of the Back of the fork really isn't long enough to do 3. You can easily fork 2 bales and transport 2 bales around. Too much hassle at all. So other than the price, these are some pretty nice forks comparatively. Right, next up we have the Agriculture Convoy. Now this says weight. It really doesn't look like it's that much weight. It's more like just a 3-point hitch frame that has a sign on it. It's under the weights section, and this mod is by Circe Modding. It is available for all platforms. So if we take a look here under weights, we have the Agricultural Convoy, $300. Choice of main color for the frame. It's pretty much everything. So we can get this in a bright yellow. Still have it's got the reflective stuff on it. You can get real close here, you can see the reflective pattern on here. Pretty nice detailing. We can see the hex sides basically on the nuts. Pretty cool. It would be interesting if we had a configuration option where we could change the language of the sign there. So change it from whatever the language is here to English, German, French, whatever. Let's get that. See how it connects here. There you go. Lower it down. Basically drive in front of whatever we were leading the convoy with. And we could put this on the rear if we were trailing the convoy. Let anybody that's coming up behind us know that there is a slow-moving convoy ahead. So, works pretty darn good. Kind of an interesting mod. Folks that may want to do a little bit of roleplay and such. Next up, we have the wheel loader to trailer adapter. So let's get this over here out of the way. This is by the Swedish Bana team and is available for all platforms. If we go to wheel loaders, it's under miscellaneous. Okay, so go to miscellaneous. We have the wheel loader trailer adapter, $7,500. Choice of main color. Let's change that to crimson. That with the color change, it is $8,000, $408 to lease, $80 per day, and $168 per operating hour. Now let's go ahead and get a wheel loader. And let's get a couple trailers. So let's get a ball hitch trailer. And let's get a pin hitch trailer. And now let's see what we connect to. Seems like we have had a decent amount of adapters as of late. CS Z-Pack was a massive adapter pack. Got a couple other adapters that we've seen come out since then and before then. So this is just a plate, big metal plate that has wheel loader brackets on it. And it has a trailer hitch. There. With a trailer around. Wheel loader may not be the best thing to use to maneuver a dolly trailer. Wait, let's disconnect that. Definitely do a pin hitch. And we can connect a ball hitch also. This. Use this to maneuver around pretty much whatever you wanted. Trailers, implements, attachments, door spreaders, for example. Probably use this to move around a baler or anything else. Header trailer, whatever you wanted to. This trailer's out of the way so we can get on to the next mod. See how it works really well with the wheel loader also, just like the front loader implements. There may be a slight lag there, going up and down, but it's not that perceptible. Next up, we have the Flegel Dolly. This mod is by Chris J.O. and is available for all platforms. And then dollies. Flegel Double Dolly. So in game, we have the Cramp Bay Dolly, the single axle for $9,000. We have the Flegel Dolly for $4,000. Includes double rear axles there. Design color option changes the rims, or the wheel rims. And then the main color changes the frame. See here. Fifth wheel and a few other things are always black. As configured, $4,200. $214 to lease, $42 per day, and $88 per operating hour. Go. And of course, this is useful for connecting a truck, a fifth wheel trailer to a tractor or something else that doesn't have a fifth wheel attachment. Let's just get a fifth wheel trailer here real fast. KS950, and we'll use our little New Holland tractor here. It does have what appears to have hose hookups. Hook up to this. Hoses attach. Burst lights, 4 ways, and brake lights on this thing. And now we have ourselves double axle version of a dolly. Pull our fifth wheel trailers around. Cool. Drop that trailer because we're actually going to use the dolly here for the very next mod that we're going to take a look at. That is the side neck jumbo trailer. This mod is by North Modding Company and is available for all platforms. Go here to trailers and then low loaders. We have the side neck jumbo trailer for $12,000. Compare that to the Goldhofer in-game low loader for $22,000. We have a choice of rim color, and we have a choice of main color. $13,300 as configured. $678 lease, $133 per day, and $279 per operating hour. So the way this is intended is for forestry equipment. Let's get the good old Scorpion King, or maybe even this new mod here. And let's pull up here, get our trailer. You could probably use this. Oh, I already had one. Probably use this for the wheel loader too. What the description in the website says is that the wheels are kind of mounted center to the trailer to provide good weight balance and a tight turning radius. So we hit X to fold and unfold the trailer. So, first lights, brake lights, four ways, left, right, blinkers, and a beacon here. Park it like so. Probably should not have messed with that. Park it like that. Hold up the trailer. And off we go. Just, tractor we're using is a little underpowered, probably for the weight of this and everything, but you see how the wheels positioned more forward on the trailer does indeed aid in a shorter turning radius for the trailer. Just off the trailer. Since this is by the same modding group, let's see how this particular vehicle works on there. I think it should work pretty good. It lined up. Here we are. The trailer. Up and off we go. So we had something with a bit more power to it. Better position. there you go. That is the side neck jumbo trailer. So I'm going to go ahead and clear some of this stuff out of the way and be right back with you. Guys, we have cleared out the area, and next up we have the Metal Tech E-Pack by Melody 98 and Mr. Zyxon. This mod is available for all platforms, and we can find this under Tools and then Trailers. Scrolling over here, we have basically the DB6, DB8, DB10, 12, 14, 14 Premium, 20, and the 20 Premium. DBL is a different mod entirely. So quite a number of different trailers, ranging capacity from whopping 44,000 liters all the way down here to the DB6, which is just 15,400 liters. These are all dolly trailers of different sizes, lengths, and heights. 6, we have a capacity of 8,000 liters or 15,400. This kind of mesh frame on the top. Get a bale trailer variant to this. Cover to it, pattern 1 or pattern 2. Interesting. Those 8. All of these are going to have the same general configuration choices here. Those 10, a bit bigger. 12, bigger yet. 14. 14 Premium. 20 dual rear axle. These do have a rear hitch on them. And then the DV20 Premium. Here we are. Quite the choice of trailers here. Let's see here, do they all? Let's see, so they're all at the same point on the rear. So now we can see them all get slightly longer and slightly taller, basically, as we go down the line here. 12, 10, and 8 are the same length. The 6 is a little bit shorter. 8, the 10, 12 are the same length. The differences are basically they're a little bit taller. Each one's a little higher. DB14 is just a little bit longer than the 12. It shares the same length as the DB14 Premium. Then we have the DB20, which is the longest trailer, and basically the 20 and the 20 Premium share the same length. Sure what the difference is between the premium and the non-premium other than just capacity. There you go. Looks like we could probably chain all these together. Let's just try to hook up 2 of them real quick just to confirm that. Let's go with something middle of the road here. Back this up. Backed up quickly. Connect those together. Choices are tip side back, left, right, rain door, and back. Going over here and just see how they tip. Right now we have tip side back. Standard, the whole door flips open. Cylinder goes up. S2 up. Side left. Okay. Right. Right. And then grain door. Other than the grain door going up, I didn't notice any particular animations on the side latches. Sometimes you'll see a trailer that will have animations on the side latches. That is the Metaltech DB pack by Melody98 and Mr. Zixon. Again, is available for all platforms. Next up, we're going to take a look at the Metaltech DBL pack. Go to trailers. And then scroll all the way over here. We have the Metaltech DBL, $8,500, holds 14,000 liters. And basically we can change the color on this, should we so wish. So the main color is the frame. Design color is basically the trailer dump bed, the sides. And we have a choice of the DBL 8, DBL 10, 12, platform trailer, or back to the 8. Take this all the way up to 14,000 liters, or down to 10,000 liters, or we could do a flatbed and basically get all pallets or bales. Wheel brand of Lizard, Trelleborg, Michelin, back to Lizard. And we have attachers. We could get a rear trailer attacher or not on this particular trailer. DBL 8 is $11,400. DB10 with paint is $14,500. DB12 is $6,500 more at $17,000. Then the platform trailer is basically the same cost as the DB. Platform trailer is $900 cheaper. Sorry, than the DB8. It is $10,500. Here we have the DBL8 pack in the trailer configuration. And this mod is by Matt26. That was an interesting set of Metaltech trailers there. Fairly similar to each other. Like the fact that we can color change on the MDL pack. So let's get rid of these trailers and then we'll take a look at two more trailers. We'll move over to our placeables and our script mod for this week. So we have the Flegel DPW 210 Bales Auto Load trailer. Tools. And then, guess what? Baling technology, no doubt. Have the DPW 210 Auto Load Round and the Auto Load Square. $26,000. This mod is available for both platforms and is by Top Ace 888. Look at the round trailer here, we have a nice shiny deck, shiny wheel rims, and an orange rim color. Changes the rim color, main color, changes the frame. Have that nice shiny metal deck. We have attachers standard or trailer hitch, and we have wheel setup standard or narrow tires or wide tires. Interesting. So as configured with the color changes are at $27,000 by $13,077 to lease, $270 per day, and $567 per operating hour. This one is the round. Look at the square. Let's square red. So did get the rear hitch. We've got a little bit of bales down here. I've got a lot more bales up on the hill. Let's go up on the hill. Let's take a look at these two in action. It's connected first. So trailers will hold 26 round bales and 24 square bales. Remember how many bales we have up here, but have some square and round up here from what we did a odd video a while back that we probably had an auto load trailer on. Drop the square trailer off here. So let's take a look and see how this works. So I have some mouse controls. Let's see here, left click and left and right, up and down. What's that doing, if any? Oh, you know what? These are probably to move the bales around. Raise this up and down. Put this up, I guess, if we were auto-loading. Now we could go into B, go into operating position. Swing around here and grab up these bales. It's down. And then we can go into load the bales. Load bales here. Unloaded the bales on the trailer. Are basically free to move around. See, straps. We do have straps on the trailer. Okay, let's put it in transport position, operating position. We've auto-loaded our bales again. Go wide, unload bales. Now we move the whole bale stack with our left mouse button. Up and down. It's down. And then when we get it where we want it, we hit wide, unload here. And there we go. That is the round baler. Round bale trailer. Swing around here and get the square bale trailer. Operating position. So, transport position. We have 16 bales on here. We could put another whole stack, it looks like. Load bales, Y. Left click. Them where we wanted. Y again. And there you go. Is the EPW210 auto load bale trailers. We have one for round bales and one for square bales. Round will hold 26 and square will hold 24. That is available for all platforms and by mod author Top Ace 888. Up, we're going to take a look at a pair of Bergman trailers down here parking lot before we take a look at what the model number is. We have the Bergman HTW 4550 trailers by Luca. Go to tools and then trailers. Now the Bergman HTW 4550. Use the rim color, main color, and we can change the design color. Oh, there you go. Went with some pretty high contrasting colors. Definitely be able to tell what changed where there. We have a choice of Trelleborg tires in 2-axle setups or 3-axle setups. Lots of different tire setups there. Trelleborg or Michelin. Michelin 2 tires or 3 tires. Different configuration options on those. Or Michelin. Then we have design with or without wheel fenders, then with or without reflectors. So we have reflector tape here, or without orange reflector tape, red reflector tape, white reflector tape, without top or with top. We get a little bit of a rail here. I like these bars here that help basically keep the sides of the trailer from bowing out. With cover or without top, and then we have a green grid, white grid here on the front. That's green mesh here on the front or white mesh. Front. Change that to white trailer. Beige option. Just to complete kind of the light color scheme on that. Stand up. It's 47,541 liter capacity. $48,376 as configured. Almost $1 per liter. Huh. $2,467 to lease. $483 per day and $1,015 per operating hour. Got one of these? Oh. Yep, I did. Not bad looking trailers. Lots of configuration choices. They make it your own. You have a rear hitch. Let's see if it works. Does indeed hook. Our new hose hookups. Just a PTO. Left click, we can fold front there. Looks like this trailer has a moving floor. Let's go over here and force it to unload. See that animation going? Holy cow! Is fast. That might might need to be turned down quite a bit. Bit fast. Ooh-wee. Unexpected. Alright, well that does it for the vehicles and implements. Let's run up here to our placeable area. We're going to take a look at the two placeables that we have this week. First up, we have the Machine Hall by Motec. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, the name is down there in the lower third. This mod is available for all platforms. So let's go to Placeables. Sheds, we have the Machine Hall, $200,000. This is a large machine hall. First up, let's paint where we put all these down last week. Let's get it back to single texture state. We will know what kind of texture this building puts down. Changes anything at all. Also like how this can be used to erase tire marks. This down. Machine Hall. Really like this building. Got lots of character with respect to the damage to the bricks, the weathering up there at the top, different coloring, different dirts and whatnot. Gates. So. Door here. That door doesn't open. That door. I have a little office area here. Light switch. Evacuation plan, maybe. Big old machine building in here. You have to open the doors at these buttons. Customize a repair trigger over here. Repair shop. To set up as a wash bay. Suppose I don't see a washing wand or anything. It's on and off in here. That up. Go. And there we are. That is the Machine Hall, again, by the mod author It will go unnamed by me because I'm not really sure how you would pronounce that at all. It is available for all platforms. Pretty cool. Next up, we have the FS09 Sheep Husbandry area. Go to Animal Pins. FS09 Sheep Husbandry, $50,000. This will hold 120 sheep and is $65 per day. Water trough. Pallet spawn point. Food trough is in here. And this is where we're going to purchase our sheep. 120 sheep. This area. There we are. Compare that in price and capacity. The in-game sheep options. We have the in-game sheep pasture. 80 sheep for $65,000. 250 sheep for $180,000. Then $50,000 for 120 sheep. See compared to size. Small in-game version. This is the large in-game version. See, this area is bigger than even the large sheep area. Pretty low cost to it. Pretty interesting area indeed. And this mod is by Full Power Shift, and again is available for all platforms. So, the next mod we're going to take a look at is the Contractor mod. I'm going to have to save out of here, activate it, and then jump back in, and then we will talk about it. Okay, guys, so we have the Contractor mod enabled, and the first thing you may notice is we have a name up in the upper right, right below our dollar amount. We are currently called Alex. We hit tab. We are now named Barbara. And, well, there is Alex. For some reason, up in the ground, up in the air. Barbara over here. Tab again. We are now in Chris. Alex again. Chris Barbara. Chris over to here. We'll tab into David. Alex. Chris. Barbara. Now we're back into Alex again. So you can see we basically, as default configured, we have a choice of 4 different players, 4 different people that we can be. Be Alex, Barbara, Chris, or David. So the way this works is typically in game, you would tab between vehicles and you tab between vehicles. And, you're always yourself. You would just basically jump from one vehicle to the next. The way this works is you tab between people. So everyone is here at the farm. And so we could jump up here to shop. 1 and 2. Could buy a pickup truck. Buy 2 trucks. Okay. For David, Gar, pickup truck. Here. Go. Now let's tab into Alex. Now we are Alex. And we are in our other pickup truck. Look at the map. See that David is right there. Barbara and Chris are over at the farm. Drive this truck in a different direction. so now we are in Barbara. Run Barbara over here. So, and now we are tabbed into Chris, and we can see on the mini map, see on the map here, that Barbara is over here. David is over here in this truck, and Alex is over here in this truck. So the way this really is set up is you basically jump between people. David, Alex, Barbara, and Chris. You can't exit out of people. That's pretty much how we are. We can play with this with either up to two, or from 2 to 8 named individuals. And the way we configure this is we configure this in a XML in the game folder. Like I said, the default is 4. Alex, Barbara, Chris, and David. But we can change the names, we can change the appearance of them, and we can change the quantity of them also. So if we take a look here, let's pull up a couple things. So pull up the display. So here we have in our mods settings folder. So we under documents, my games, Farming Simulator 2019, mod settings folder. There is a contractor mod.xml file. This is the contractor mod.xml file. I have this open in Notepad++, so it is color-coded things. So anything here that is green is just commentary notes to help you understand what's going on here. Down here, this is the basic working area. You see it is configured for 4 workers. And so we can change this. If we change this to 8, then next time we enter the game, then all 8 of these characters will be available to us. Change this to 2, and if we did that, then it would just be Alex and Barbara that would be available to us. We can go in here and change the names from Alex to whatever we want, Jose, and Barbara to Christine. Should we so wish. We can change Chris to a female if we want. And we can then make notes up here as to basically the configuration options. So worker player color index 1 through 4, white, gray, blue, navy, green, pink, red, yellow, brown on colors. Work player body index set from 1 to 4. So the males are basic character 1 through 4. Female characters are character 5 through 8. Character 5 is female body 1. Okay. Change the hair index, player hat index, jacket, yes or no. None are a vest. Sunglasses, yes or no. And then several other various options we can go in here. Figure. It's probably going to be a lot of back and forth in the player customization screen, basically trying to figure out and get the exact configuration of what you want in here. You hit save, and basically next time you come into game, you'll basically see those configuration options. Let's exit the game real quick, and we'll basically try to walk through some of this. Alright, so what we have to do is we have to go to create a new save game. Okay, we'll pick our map, and then we get to our player character. So if character 1, that's this guy, so he would be male 1. Character 2 is male 2. 3 is male 3. 4 is male 4. Then this is female 1, female 2, female 3, and then female 4. And of course, we have hairstyle, hat off. No hat, we have hairstyle 1, 2, 3, and 4. We got a character Female character, hairstyle 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And the way that translates is right here. Basically translates to body player index. Okay, that's 1 through 4, or 1 through 4 for the females. And then hair index is 1 through 4 for males and 1 through 4 for females. Okay. Then hat. You have 0, and then there's basically 109 hats, 110. You're going to have to kind of count 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, until you get the hat you want, and then basically then you'll know the hat number. Jacket, yes or no, obviously. Accessories, yes or no. And shirt color, that configuration. Is shirt color even in here? This shirt color is maybe not in here. Okay. So basically that's how you could go in here and configure your character. Again, then when you hit save, all right, so we have Jose and Chris. We have 2 configured. So what we're going to do is we're going to close those out, and we're going to basically, let's do new farmer, Ravenport. Go. We're just going to have the contractor mod enabled. Okay, so we're going to pull up a brand new game, brand new save game. The contractor mod enabled. We should start out with Jose and Christine as our only 2 basic contractors that we can tab between. Right, there we go. And there is Christine. And there is Jose. Christine, hey, how you doing, each other? Those are now our only players that we can tab between. Okay, so guys, I hope that helped you figure out the contractor mod, and I hope you enjoyed this week's weekend roundup. Let's come back next week for next weekend's weekend roundup. And until next time, happy farming.